Hi, and this is a video tour of the Lytro light field camera brought to you by Digital Camera Tracker. This just may be the camera you might have in your pocket a year or two from now. It's based on an entirely new technology, and this particular camera, the Lytro camera, is that it's based on what's called light field. And where that comes into play is that instead of focusing on just one area within an image, it focuses on all areas. Now, the technology has been basically comes out of the research labs at Stanford University and has been in motion for about 15 years. Now, most of us, when we take photographs, our cameras are focusing on something within that frame. And that's where this camera really is setting some new standards, and I'll show you what that looks like a little bit later. For right now, let's take a look at the details on this camera. And if we look at it, this thing is pretty tiny. If you look at it in comparison to this person's holding it in their hand, that's pretty small. It is a zoom camera. And these are the prices that it's initially going to launch with. $399, holds 350 photos. Then the graphite is $399, and then the red hot is $499, which holds 750 photos. Now, in their photo gallery, they have some examples that we're going to play around with. Here's an example of, in a photo, a lot of things are out of focus. Obviously, the sea line in the front is out of focus, but with light field technology, all I have to do in this image is click on the sea line in the front. It's immediately brought into focus. Let's say I want this sea line in the back in focus. All I do is click on him, and he's in focus. And that's pretty cool stuff. Here's a butterfly, obviously out of focus. Not like we all haven't taken pictures like this where the camera has a mind of its own and it's going to focus on things we don't want it to. With a light field camera, that changes. You'll see once I click on the butterfly, immediately brought into focus. If I want to focus on these flowers in the back, I click on them, they're in focus. Here's another example that a lot of us have done. We see a spider in a spider web. We want to do a close-up. We move in. We focus in the area. The camera takes over, focuses on the foliage. And obviously, in this one, the spider is out of focus. Well, this is where light field technology comes into play. I click on the spider. Spider's in focus. Here's another example. You notice as a tree, the mossy tree, it gets out of focus as it moves up the tree. All I do, move up the tree, select a focus point, it moves into focus. Here's another one we've all done. I would say pretty much everything is blurry in this photo. I'm going to select the center of the water, click on it, immediately it's brought into focus. Here's a child playing around some equipment. This right here appears to be in focus, her hand's in focus. She looks soft. Well, with light field, I'm going to click on her eye. She's immediately brought into focus. And I think all of you can see the power that this holds. Let's do one last example. This is good. Obviously, it's an antique car show. People like to take pictures, close-up pictures of antique cars. And in this case, it's the hood ornament. But true to the nature of a lot of cameras, the camera has a hard time distinguishing what it is you want to focus on. So the people in the reflection are in focus and the hood ornament is out of focus. Let's change that. All I'm doing is selecting the hood ornament, clicking it. It's immediately brought into focus. You can see the possibilities that this brings. Now, if I want these people back in focus, I would select them. This moves out of focus. So you can see the power that light field technology has, and this is the Lytro light field camera, and it looks like it's going to be available sometime after Christmas. And again, it may be a camera that a lot of us get used to carrying in a couple years. This tour has been brought to you by Digital Camera Tracker. Thanks for watching.